Let's get set up here. Okay. Let me get my chat set up first. Then I'll start sharing the page. Are we ready? Opening chat. Installing chat. So I could do this like every week. Okay. And I gotta log in. Wow, I gotta select images with cars. What? I gotta do this now? I gotta do this every week? I gotta do this every week. Please also check the new images. This is ridiculous. Hold on, folks. I'll be right with you. Okay. I guess I'm in. Good evening. All right. Now, jump over to Facebook so I can share this. All right. We're going to start here in just but mere moments. Seems like every week when I get in here, I gotta jump through more hoops. But we'll do it anyway. That's why we're here, by golly. Okay, share to a group. Well, we'll put it to the Chiller Night Facebook group page. And as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty good. All right, and it is time to begin. Hey everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. Welcome to the Chiller Night Live pre-show, where from 8 p.m. Eastern Time till a few minutes shy of 9 p.m. I sit here and chat with you fine, frightening folks, and we talk about the Chiller Night Theater schedule that comes out on Stream TV beginning at 9 p.m. So we have an hour to chat before Chiller Night Theater comes on. 4 movies tonight, and I'll put the schedule up here pretty quick. But in the meantime, in between all that, we just chat about anything horror, science fiction, anything all-encompassing chiller related, and quite honestly, pretty much anything else you throw at me within reason. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Good to be here this week. Last week, I've been having difficulties in preparation for the escape room business I'm setting up. So, because it takes me 40 minutes to drive from that location to my homestead. So sometimes when I'm working there, I get kind of stuck, and I know I'm not going to make it in time. Roger says good evening. Good evening, Roger. Thanks for joining us. Paul says, missed the last 2 weeks. He is home from the hospital. Your dad's home from the hospital? That's good news there, Paul. I'm glad to hear that. That's really good news. Condi says, cool shirt. Well, thank you, Condi. Brian says, congratulations on your grand opening, Brian. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Brad says, it's a Chiller Night pre-show with Bryan Hogue, starring Bryan Hogue. And now here's Brian. What's on tonight, Brian? How was the grand opening last night? Well, it went good. It went good. And let me put up the schedule, and then, of course, I'll be touching on that as well. So tonight at 9 o'clock, The Mad Monster. Then at 10:35, the movie is Dementia 13. 12:10 a.m., Robot Monster. And at 1:25 in the morning, Creeping Terror. Wow, there you have it. Pretty fun lineup for tonight. Sporty 2000 says, hello, ghouls. Hey, Sporty. Bonehead says, hey, hello, Brian, Avon, the Chiller Night crew. Bonehead, how you doing tonight? John says, it's Saturday night, and this announcement is brought to you by your local foot council, reminding you to get off your butts and use your feet. Feet is nature's original mode of transportation. Can't argue with that. Now it's time for Chiller Night pre-show. This is Crozak the Grand, and now here's Bryan Hogue. Well, thank you for that pretty elaborate and informative introduction. So we appreciate that. And feet are nature's original transportation. So I think we can all agree. Paul says, hey, Bone, Tom, and Glam. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Glam says, Glam's with us. Hey, she says, hi, all. Brian, Bonehead, Paul, Condi, Sporty 2000. Is Tom here tonight? I didn't see Tom. But, Glam says, Creepy Terror is so bad it's good, LOL. Yeah, kind of like the Plan 9 from Outer Space syndrome, you know. You just have to see it. You just can't look away. Sporty says, I've never seen Dementia 13. Well, at 10:35 tonight, you might get your chance. So, if you go to streammedia.tv to watch Stream TV tonight, streammedia.tv. Hopefully, that plays without any glitches. I saw some correspondence from some folks who, over the last, not last week because they couldn't play it last week, but the week before that, I guess they were having issues accessing it. So, anybody else having any trouble? If so, let me know. Let me know. I'll pass that along. But Facebook user. Okay, that's kind of a elaborate name. How excited are you for the new Halloween, Brian? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's always I guess, you know, they're fun. They're fun. I can't say I'm on the edge of my seat looking forward to watching it necessarily, but like some movies I can't wait until they come out. This one I'm just kind of like, I just think that the Jamie Lee Curtis thing has really kind of steamrolled over the whole thing. I really wish they would have just went with the this is Brian, who grew up watching it, you know, in the 80s, and so I know my opinion and my thoughts on this are probably in the minority and are outdated, but I wish they would have just kept with the original storyline. I probably would have been much more entertained by that. Or, okay, even in nowadays 2022, if they hadn't have done that, at least they could have finished off with that storyline, and then I would have been happy with a relaunch. But I just feel like there's no resolution to that, at least for me. But anyways, yeah. But hey, I'll watch. I'll definitely watch it. Let's see. Brad says, any new episodes of Chiller Night Theater in the forefront, Brian? There will be some. Coming up as soon as I get the... Okay, now, you know, last night was my grand opening for the Chiller Night Escape Experience escape room store at the Cranberry Mall in Venango County, Pennsylvania. So, I spent months getting that thing ready. And I'll show you some pictures here. Let's see. Well, let me show you the ad, okay? And then I'll go from there. All right, ready? Here we go.
Chiller Night Escape Experience presents Zombie Outbreak, a horror-themed escape room located at the Cranberry Mall in Cranberry, PA. Something sinister is lurking below the ground. At a military bunker inside a hidden laboratory, a top-secret experiment has gone horribly wrong. Zombies have infested the facility, and you have 1 hour to escape before the entire complex is overrun by the living dead. Do you have what it takes to survive the zombie outbreak? To book your adventure with Chiller Night Escape Experience, visit chillernight.com.
There you have it, and I want to thank Luke Rio for working on that with me, and he actually he made the ad there from Stream TV, and I think it turns out pretty cool. I like that. The beginning there is, can you see it in this picture? Nope, that's me at the counter. But this picture here, if you just kind of look at the another angle there, we were closing the gate for the night, but you can see Ava back there. But that's the front of the zombie outbreak escape room. That's the first room that you can kind of see there. But yeah, I think it went pretty good. But in saying that, okay, now I spent a lot of time building that, because it's not just that. Like, I'm preparing the entire store for something. And I will be setting up the new Chiller Night Theater set in there so I can record new shows. I definitely want to have new content, new stuff coming up. Of course, for Halloween. Halloween season's coming up. So I want to get more stuff coming out. I just, unfortunately, I was kind of stuck there for a while. I couldn't even show up for my own pre-show many times, unfortunately. But now that I have at least that first room and opening night behind me, you know, I do plan on doing that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make everything work, but I will. So there you have it. Dementia 13, John says, is directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Yes, it is. I hope you get a chance to check that out tonight if you've never seen it, or if you just want to watch it again. Jeff says, just waiting on the pizza guy. All right, it sounds like a good, fun chiller night. Pizza and some chiller movies. Glam says, no worries, Bonehead, I'm not active on it and keep forgetting to check it out. Who's the empty-headed one now? Paul says, got to have my weekly therapy. Has anyone seen the fan film Friday the 13th to YouTube? I've not. Paul says, very cool. I've not seen that. And you have mentioned that on here before, Paul. And I, you know, unfortunately, after I get done here, I get so distracted with other things I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get better about that, you know, but I'll admit I do. But yeah, I don't know, has anybody else seen that? Because I know Paul's mentioned that before here. Paul says, Bryan, Star Wars. Oh, about looking forward to seeing movies and stuff that I had mentioned a little bit ago. Yeah, if that's what you're referring to, yeah, definitely. Especially the new streaming series. I think that's pretty cool. That might not be the cool opinion to have, or the, you know, the cool thing to say. I don't care. I'm just having fun watching it, you know, as long as they don't, you know, I won't get into that. As long as they keep the stories and everything good. Glam says, agreed, Paul, this is a great hour and there's no copay involved. That's right, yeah. Let's see. Paul says, hey, brother, Star Wars Andor out in September. Can't wait. That's right. The new Andor series. And that's coming. It was supposed to come out. It was supposed to begin this month, at the end of this month. I think on the 31st. But it's coming out in September. Cobra Kai Season 5 is coming out, I think, September 9th. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a fun month, I think, watching TV. Bonehead says, hello, Tom Paisley. You out there, friend? Tom! Where is Tom? Brad says, the ad is awesome. Oh, thank you. Bone says, very good and interesting commercial there, Brian. Thank you very much. Glam says, nice, very eye-catching promo. And Sporty says, I wish I didn't live so far away in Arkansas. I think I'd really dig the escape room. Well, thank you. Tom! Hey, there's Tom! Yeah, I can't hear a darn thing, though. Band is too loud. Oh, where are you at? Where's Tom tonight? He's out having fun somewhere. He's got the band. He's got a band playing. I wonder what band he's seeing. Let's see. Bonin says, you have been really busy. Great job, and thanks for all your efforts. Thank you. And in saying that, I wanted to, maybe alleviate any concerns that, because I overthink things a lot. And last week I couldn't be here for the Chill Night pre-show. And then not too long ago, I've had to miss another pre-show. And I was like, I don't want anyone to think that, if anything, let me put it this way. If anything, the chiller shows are only going to, in my opinion, get better. Because I'll be I'll be able to be more involved with them. But I did hit a spell to where I just couldn't work on them. In fact, that's why I was standing in for the one and only, the legendary Jack Shadow, and because that was the only way we were going to get new shows this year. So, but I think things are going to work out pretty good. In fact, we might even be doing this show at some point at the other location, at the store location, because if I'm there working and putting people through escape room, I could, once I get the equipment set up, I could possibly, the same setup that I have here, then I could have that going on there as well. I think that would be really cool. I'd love to try that out. And what I would love even more is if I could do a pre-show live and then just walk over to the set and do a Chiller Night Theater episode live. I think that would be outstanding. And now that would be a true pre-show. That would be a true pre-show right there. So wouldn't that be fun? If I could get that working, I would be so happy. I don't know. I haven't had time to think of how to make all that work yet. I just have a vague idea. This is what I want, and I'm just kind of swimming through cement to get there. But I will. That's my objective at some point. So let's see. Paul says, Brian, have you and Ava looked into Roku channel? You are on Chop Block TV. Yeah. Again, I appreciate you bringing that up. We are on Chop Block TV, and I was going to say we're also on Vicelli Pizza, Butler, and we are not on Vicelli Pizza, but we have been immensely supported by Vicelli Pizza over the years with David Long and his crew. If you're watching here tonight, David, probably not, because I see from your posts just how swamped you are and how busy you are, but we always want to recognize those who have supported us throughout the years. But yeah, Ava and I were very briefly, and I mean very briefly, looking into the Roku channel thing. And I say very briefly, not because of lack of interest, but just simply physically and everything else, lack of time, just lack of time. But once we're able to, I think that would be a great idea. I mean, of course, I would always keep the content through Stream TV as well. But I think that would be neat to also, in addition to Stream TV, have the Chiller Night Roku channel, Chiller Night Roku channel, and then maybe down the road, I could also start up Chiller Chat again. I think that would be kind of fun. I just need some help, Maybe I could get a guest host, to help. I'm standing in for Jack Shadow. Well, who's going to stand in for Bryan Hogue? And it can't be Jack Shadow, because that really defeats the purpose. So, but we'll make it work. We're off to a good start. Pretty happy about things. Brett says, I bet you guys did a lot of work and spent a lot of money on this store and escape room. Yes and yes. But I'm really happy with it. Really happy with it. Bonus says, I'm glad you're back on the air for the pre-show. I didn't realize just how much I enjoy this time we all get to share. Oh, me too. I really, I definitely didn't want to. I hate missing 2 weeks in a row. In fact, I'll do anything I can to not miss 2 weeks in a row. So if I'm missing 2 weeks in a row, just know that it's something that unavoidable that I cannot make it. Otherwise, I would be doing it because I very much enjoy doing this. Saturday night, the Saturday night chiller atmosphere is just what I just love that, and I know most of you, if not all of you, do too. John says, any movies coming up? Well, we have the schedule here tonight. You mean on Chiller Night Theater? If that's what you're talking about, 9 o'clock, The Mad Monster, or are you meaning for the new episodes? Maybe that's well, we'll touch on that as well. 10:35, The Dementia 13. 12:10, Robot Monster, and 1:25, The Creeping Terror. I'll be putting that back up as well. Let's see. Bonin says, so what all has everyone been up to since we last got to check in here? Yeah, anybody having anything exciting going on? What are we missing? What are we missing with you guys? So let me know. Tom says, I think I misspelled it. Is the escape room open? Yes, we opened up last night. Now the reason I'm not there right now is because I actually last night I cleared the rest of the weekend. I did because I was so exhausted after getting, but I got that first night out, under my belt. So just to get that done and open it up and have guests go through and working as a business, I was so exhausted, and it's a different type of exhaustion than the haunted house. I've done haunted houses for a long time, and so I'm very, very, as tired as I get from those. I know that business like the back of my hand. Like I am not mentally strained by that. That is not. There's nothing about that that's unknown to me, or most likely, anyways. Overall, but the escape room, that was something different. So that plays with, just the idea of are people going to like it? Are they going to be as enthused about it as you are? You have all kinds of stuff just keeps, I don't know. My thing is just, jump in there and tackle it, that little saying, what was it, Henry Ford? Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right on both. I think about that often, perhaps not word for word correctly, but I think of that concept often. And it's like, a lot of it is up to you, whether you do it or not. So I just, in saying that, but I guess, the overall point is I was just mentally exhausted. So we were going to go in today, and I told Ava, I said, let's just, you know what, I'm going to clear today and tomorrow because I want to go back and do some more work on some stuff tomorrow, and then we'll open it back up for this coming week. But yeah, I was just so exhausted. So, but in saying that, I'm just so happy that we got that opening night, that official grand opening night out of the way, and not out of the way to, but I mean, it's done. It's done. Nobody can take that away from us now. We did it. We did it. So, that's an accomplishment. Let's see. John says, when's your next broadcast on YouTube? As far as the Chiller Night Theater episodes, if that's what you mean. I'm not real sure, to be honest with you. I'm not real sure, to be honest, but I hope to soon. I mean, we have September coming up. It's right around the corner, and so September, everything's starting to turn Halloween to me. You know, I mean, it does that throughout the year, anyways, but particularly in September, it's more tangible. And so Halloween means, of course, I have to have new Chiller Night Theater content. So I want to try to get something special in regards to Chiller Night Theater especially for Halloween, October. Okay, so we'll see what we can do. But all I can say to answer that question as honestly as I can, soon, within September or October, I know that's going to happen, at least by October. So um, let's see. Bonus says, I nominate Glamfangs and Tom to guest co-host. Let's see. As far as Tom, I thought I had oh, I got Tom's monitor right here. So whenever we can, and it's not on his end, it's on my end. I haven't just been able to coordinate with them because the only thing about that is that took some time to set up. And a lot of times over the last several months, I've been getting home just in time just to do the pre-show, and I've been getting home just in time to do it. So that wasn't, I didn't think that was going to work out. So that's why I put that off. But that would, yeah, if there was some way to do that, that's possible. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to think about that. There's part of me, it's like I welcome the help. I always appreciate help and support, and then there's always that this is my baby, So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Brad says, I mean, as far as helping, yes, but for some of the like even when I said chiller chat, to get a guest host, like even as soon as I said that, I was like, well, I don't know if that's. I remember one time I was going to try to get a guest host, and I guess the thing with me is, I ask, I can ask people to do that, to guest host a show, and when they don't get back with me with ideas or sound hungry or passionate about it, then I'm not saying that about this. I'm saying that about like Chiller Chat, for example. Then I just like, well, the whole reason I was looking for help is so I can kind of just like step aside and do something else. And when that doesn't necessarily happen, and I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, like with Chiller Chat, but I can't always. When it takes I think it takes more than people realize, especially to do the Chiller Night Theater. That takes a lot. That takes a lot to. It takes a lot of time and commitment. Am I making some kind of Hollywood production here? No, I'm not doing that, and I know that. It's just but it does take a certain degree of sacrifice, I guess. I don't know. It's tough. Brian Vigor says, "Hello, Brian. Hello, my friend. Hope you are well. I have been having trouble getting the movies on Stream Media TV." Okay, I asked earlier about this. Okay, it says the media is offline. Is there other ways to get the movies? I do have shows on YouTube. I do have shows on YouTube. But I'm going to look at something right now because that was coming up. That's come up for me before, where it says that exact same message. The media is offline. I thought, well, maybe it's just on my end. Maybe something's going on here. But then I saw somebody else write that a couple weeks ago. Oh, let's see, I'm going on the wrong website. Let's see what it says now. I don't know if anything's playing right now, though. Let's see. Watch live. Sorry, this media is offline. I wonder if it does that on my computer, because I've had it do it on my phone, and then I've gone, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Let's look at it right now. Let's look at it right now. And hopefully that doesn't interfere anything with what I'm doing right now with the show. But I'm going to go to Stream Media. Let's see. Has anybody else had that issue? Watch live. Sorry, this media is offline. Huh. Hold on. We are getting a message that the media is offline for Stream TV, period. All right, we'll see if something can be done. I appreciate you letting me know that, because sometimes I don't know if something's just on my end. Paul says my dad is back from the hospital. I'm knock on wood well, and I'm drinking 4 Loko, great stuff. And it is red and alcohol mix-in. All right. Tom says, hey, I'm camera ready. Yeah, I think, I mean, the plan is for me to have more time here to be able to coordinate this stuff. Tom says, Ford says, any color you like as long as it's black. Yeah, what color they get the car in? Right. Let's see. Let's see. Let me get, Sporty says, I don't know anyone who shares my love of old cheesy horror movies. Nice to chat with others like me. Ah, glad to have you here. You've come to the right place. Definitely. Glam says, Tom can be front and center while I lurk in the shadows. L. Ava Hoagie, there's my alias, my beautiful bride. She's sending me a heart. Right back at you, baby. Breton says, figured I'd stop in and say the Chiller Night Escape experience was a blast, Dad. We had a great time and entice everyone to book reservations. Oh, thank you, Breton. Yeah, Breton and his girlfriend, they went through it. So I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Breton. I appreciate that. Kevin says, hello, Brian. It's your classic horror fan here. Kevin, sorry I have missed you in a while. Oh, hey, thanks for stopping in tonight, Kevin. Let's see. Let me catch up a little bit. Joe Expo says, oh, I'm from Buffalo. Why is the escape room a bigger deal than a whole haunted house? It's not. To me, it's not. I actually, like, I love haunted houses. But I'm doing the escape room because a lot of haunt owners wanted to get into something that's not just seasonal, that they can have all year long. So it kind of made sense that a lot of haunted house owners were doing escape rooms, and now I've just joined a lot of the haunt owners when it comes to that. But I love haunted houses. However, my escape rooms are all well, I just have one right now, but they are all horror themed. So they will be all horror themed. But yeah, I don't know. The haunted houses are. I'm always planning on doing haunted houses though, because they have such a big place in my heart. You know, that'll never go away. Let's see. Catch up a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody specific. I'm pretty far behind. Let's see. Paul says, got to go for now. See you at 9 p.m. for the stream. Same bat time, same bat channel. I've had media offline too. Vigor says, well, we'll see it. Paul, thanks for stopping in. But Vigor says, it happens on my computer. Ava's waving. All right, I'm waving back. See that? So thank you, baby. Glam says, have a good night, Paul. Brad says, Chiller Night Theater on YouTube. Yes, we do have some. Of course, it's now Chiller Night YouTube channel. Eventually, everything's just going to be under the blanket of Chiller Night. That'll be the brand. You know, I'm not big enough yet as a business to really, you know, I guess in my small little world, that's my brand. You know, Chiller Night. But I have chillernight.com. Check it out, chillernight.com. A Chiller Night YouTube channel. And I know they'd probably like to, at some point, consolidate all these channels into just a Chiller Night Facebook channel. Instead of, you know, maybe I'll change the name from Chiller Night Theater to that. So we'll see. John says, you going on vacation? Who's that? Me? If unless you were talking with somebody else prior to this, if I skipped over something, but not me. I'm not going on vacation. We just went on one in July. So SBC says, didn't work for me last time either. Huh. Okay. I know that they were. Yeah, they asked me for a schedule for this Saturday, so hopefully that will be working. Brad says, are you building the haunted house at the gift shop? Well, there will be that area that you see there in the front. Let's see. Okay, looking at that, off to my, I guess if you're looking at it to your right, there's a different angle. You can see the escape room, the zombie apocalypse or the zombie outbreak. That's at least part of it anyway. That's kind of poking out there. Well, if you're looking at me, to your left, there's another doorway area. Anyways, that will be eventually that will be the entryway into the haunted house when that time does come. So, but in all that storefront area will have a store. Will have an actual store to it. We just don't have the stuff yet set up. Let's see. SBC says my father owns a real haunted house. Oh, does he? Well, I don't want a real one. I like the amusement kind. Brad says, thank God for Chiller Night Theater on YouTube in case of trouble on streammedia.tv. Yeah. Huh. So that's not just on my end. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Huh. That's not good, is it? Let's see if I gotta. One second here, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see here. Well, that's not good. One second. Almost done. Okay. Let's see if we can at least make them aware of it. Maybe they're not aware of that. I don't know. But it should be playing tonight. And what will be playing? Well, we hope at 9 o'clock, at least that's the plan, The Mad Monster. And then at 10:35, Dementia 13. At 12:10, Robot Monster. And then at 1:25, The Creeping Terror. So there you have it. and that issue is being looked into. So we'll see what happens with that. But there are episodes on the Chiller Night YouTube channel. However, I think it's nice to watch them on Stream TV. Maybe they can get that up and running, and I don't know. There's something, watch them back to back. But if they don't get that up and running, that is the other option. Some of those movies there are on the Chiller Night YouTube channel. So Tom says, "Okay, finally here." What band? Did you have a band in the background? Did you go see a concert or something? If so, what band? Was it someone we would know, or was it like a local band? SBC says a real one. That's what I gathered you were talking about. I was like, I don't, I wouldn't want to be involved in a real one. Although once I start Chiller Chat back up, I wouldn't mind talking to somebody who's been in a real haunted house or has had experiences, or paranormal investigators who look into that type of thing. Let's see. John says yes. Oh, about me going on vacation. Yeah, we went on one. Now I won't take. Normally what I did was I would take time off for Christmas, like the last week of the year for Christmas and New Year's, and then I would always take time off in the summer, of course, go to the beach or something, and then I would take. If I'm doing a haunted house, I normally take the week off of the haunt, whatever, however that works out. I mean, they open up on a Friday and Saturday, so that week, that's the week I normally would take off if I was having it. I didn't take a week off before opening the escape room because I've just been working on it, and it's not as big of. It's a weird thing. The difference is a haunted house. You can have just enough detail, and then people are walking through it, and they're only remaining in that room for sometimes only seconds. A minute would be a long time to be in a room in a haunted house. So there's a flow, and in the escape room, you have to think differently when you're building it, because they're in that room or connecting, adjoining room there. 2 rooms, 3 rooms, whatever the scenario is, for an hour, or whatever the case may be. And ours is an hour, and so all the detail, it has to be built differently. You got to take into consideration that. And so this is something that I haven't done before. So it actually took me a couple months to put that together. I think the next one that I build would take a lot less time, but because that was my first one, that was really just me stepping into unfamiliar territory. So I didn't take a week off before that. But John says, would you let us know when your next Chiller Night show is? Thanks. Oh yeah, I will definitely post it. Like we have a Friday Night Frights, something to that effect. I definitely like to post that ahead of time, so I will. And now I figured out how to comment, leave comments on YouTube. I see you're on YouTube, so if you haven't subscribe to the Chiller Night channel, and then I believe you'll be notified of, or I think you have to subscribe and hit the bell, and then whenever I make a comment, leave a comment like, there will be a Chiller Night pre-show tonight at 8, or whatever the case may be, you'll be notified of that. So same if we do a new show, you would be notified of that on YouTube. So Brad says, what was the difference between building the haunted house at Harrisville and building it at the shop? Well, I didn't. Oh, here's the thing. I didn't tell you guys this, or did I? I think I did mention this, but maybe you. I don't know if you were here that night. For the Realm of Terror, Jack Shadow's Realm of Terror, I'm actually going to postpone that this year. The reason being, um, well, the reason being because of the escape experience, chilling escape experience. That took a lot longer than I had expected, and that's one reason. It took me into August to still work on it. Now, when you're doing a haunted house, um, I like to start in April if I can. May, June. I mean, no later than June. Harrisville Haunted House was a small haunted house. That's why, like, I really was kind of cautioning folks if they were saying, "Oh, I'm going to come up to Pittsburgh or something like that." It's like, okay, it's less than 1,300 square feet. You know, I got 10 rooms in there, um, so that went up. That went up. I don't want to say quickly. It didn't go up quickly because most of this stuff, like almost every single day, I'm there by myself working. I'm there 99.9% of the time by myself. Now Ava has come and worked on it. She's helped me out with this escape room. And the days that we're there like on a Saturday, and we're working all day. That's why I would get lose track of time and not make it back in time for the pre-show a couple of those times. But the difference is that's a much smaller project though than the store project. It's more hopefully permanent. we'll, we'll see. That's the intent, anyways. But now that I have leasing the store. I can build that haunted house throughout the year at my leisure, whether I'm there by myself or not. I can work at my time. I'm not rushing, and that thing is it's so I work all day long. I work a full day and a very cerebral job, and it wears me out. I get tired, mentally fatigued. By the end of that workday, I'm just like, oh. Especially now, I'm going through another training process. But and then I leave immediately and go drive and then work on the escape room for hours, and then drive home and just repeat. That's been my life here for months now, and now. Today, after having my grand opening last night, I just like I just wanted to take a break, and so the difference is with the Harrisville Haunted House, I'm rushing and rushing and rushing because I have a tight deadline and I have very short amount of time to get there. With this now, I set the time. I don't have to have this up in 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Nobody can, if I wanted to have it, I had to do it that way because I had to set up and tear down, set up and tear down. But now I don't have to do that. So there's a big difference in there, and physically and mentally, So anxiety levels are down quite a bit more too. So that's always good. John says, have to go see you on your next show. Happy to see you. Be safe. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely be posting it. Glam says, bye, John. Have a great week. Jeff says, it seems like horror-themed escape rooms are hard to find, at least down here. Yeah, I've never heard of, and I'm no expert in like, I've not studied these things for years or anything like that. I'm certainly not as involved in escape rooms as I was in haunted houses. I knew of other ones, all over. So I mean, I was aware of them, going to visit them, going through them and stuff over the years. Escape rooms, not so much. That's a new one for me. But I thought, well, my niche will be, I know what can set me up a little different than the other ones, and that would be mine is going to be horror. They're all horror themed, chiller themed. So that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to keep it. I'm not gonna stray from horror horror themed, because that's the name of my store, the Chiller Night. It's under the Chiller Night name. So I'll be doing Chiller Night Theater out of there. I'll be doing the Escape Room. And my plan is to do Jack Shadow's Realm of Terror. And you know, the good thing is, I will say this, the good thing is I have total control over whether I do it or whether I don't. There's no, you know, for the haunted house, there's no me signing on any dotted line there for me to meet any contractual obligations or anything. This is just me choosing to do one, and I was planning on it 100% to do that, to finish up with the escape room, boom, jump right into that. And I thought, you know what? No, I want to enjoy life a little bit here, you know? And, no, just take a break. There was no reason for it. I guess I'll just say that. There was no reason to be pushing myself that hard. As much as I love them, I, you know, love spending time with my wife. I love doing other things. And I thought, wow, this is really beating me up. So just take a step back. No one says you got to do it this year. You could do it. You can build a fantastic one for next year because you have time. That's the luxury that I didn't have all those other years. I was setting up and tearing them down, and it was tired of that. Tired of it, which was a big part of me seeking out to lease. I was looking at buying a building, and then but this option was the best one for Ava and I. So Brad says, so are you planning on having the haunted house this year, or are you just going to postpone it until next year? Oh, I take it. I probably didn't wait long enough to see that comment before I just explained all that. So yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, next year will be a much better year for it. Because remember, I don't know if I have to get surgery on my shoulder, on my right shoulder, because I can still. I mean, I can lift it up above my, you know, this high, but shoulder height, but to do that is very painful for me at this point. So I've been doing it quite a bit these last several months, but I was supposed to get surgery in July. I put it off because I thought I was going to be doing the haunted house. I'm glad I did put it off, though, because I had to build the escape room. But then after that, I got to get the Chiller Night Theater set up, you know. And so we'll see how that goes. And then so I'm set to get this fixed in November. I'll be a couple months recovering from that, and then at that time I can start building again, actually building again. So what I build, I'll get the Chiller Night Theater set up, get my surgery, and then probably another escape room, and then by then it would probably be around April or so, and then I could start on the Jack Shadow's Realm of Terror. So I know, you know, it probably sounds like it's far off, like, oh, you're not having it this year or next year, but to me it's not like that. When you know, to me I got to start in like April, you know. I'd be comfortable starting in April, put it that way. Sporty 2000 says, where can I get some Jack Shadow merchandise? Oh, at this time I don't really have any available, but that will change, because that's part of the stuff that Ava and I are planning for all this is merchandise. We were just talking about that today. So we will have stuff available. There's just nothing right now. That's anything practical, at least on our end, where we'd have to, when the time comes, we'll have a store, of course, a physical store, but then we want to expand that into an online store as well. So there will be stuff, but there isn't anything at this time. So, let's see. Bigger Warrior says, Brian, have to go. I'm still offline, but I wanted to let you know in case others are having the same problem. I just like the old TV feeling of movies back to back to back. I'm glad you like that. That's cool. I that's working. It still says that, doesn't it? Offline, at least on my phone. Well, I appreciate that. I love that. I love that as well. Tom says, "What? No merch?" Well, we had to take a little break from that because I want to. I want to have it all through the Chiller Night because I did have some available on the Chiller Night Theater website, but now I want to redo everything, start all over from scratch, and rebuild the e-store through the Chiller Night website, the newer website. So, yeah, T-shirts and stuff like that. Brad says, which I understand, Brian, it's nice to relax once in a while, huh? Yes, it is, yeah. Nice and necessary, I'd have to say. Jeff says, if it's a rotator cuff issue, that's no joke, very painful. That's what it is. That's what it is, yeah. Lamb says, do you still have the book? The cover is great for display. I do still have the book, yeah. I do still have the book. That's right, I kind of forgot about that. I guess you can go on, gosh, this is how long it's been since, well, because I was doing it through Chiller Night Theater, you can click on that and order the book. That is actually still, you can go to Amazon and do that with the Chiller Night. Do I even have one up here? Do I have a picture of the book? That's not the book. It's me and Jack. That's I was actually going to get a box of them and start selling them from the store. So I will have that. I just don't know if I'll have. Why couldn't I have that? Why couldn't I have that on the website? That's just like a link thing. Okay, I'll see if I can get something like that set up. Tom says, wow, got some traffic out there, LOL. Yeah, I know. See, that's another nice thing about, if I do it at the store, have the same setup, you won't hear that. Which would be nice for the Friday night frights, or if we do them live on Saturday nights, none of that background noise. 8:56. I'll be putting the schedule up again. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here for stream media. It's playing in Oil City. I won't read it for just to generalize. Let's see. It's on in Oil City, but the issue is with the true streaming. Let's see. We'll be moving the streaming from Oil City to Titusville. Next few weeks, we swap some equipment around. Okay, evidently they're having some issues with equipment, moving some equipment around. So I guess that's interfering with the streaming. I guess it sounds like the only ones who are able to see it at this point are the Oil City viewers, because that's on their local TV channel. So sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry I was going to put up the schedule, but well, if you want to look on YouTube, some of these are on YouTube. The Mad Monster, I believe that's on YouTube. Dementia 13, I think that one's on YouTube. I don't think Robot Monster is. I was having some issues with that. 125, The Creeping Terror, that's on YouTube. So at least I think 3 out of 4 of those are on YouTube if you want to check those out on the Chiller Night YouTube channel. Sorry about that. I wasn't aware of that until it was beginning to come up here that this was an issue tonight. So sorry to the viewers for that. Brad says 5 minutes until Chiller Night Theater get your computers ready. Well, not even that tonight, huh? I'm very happy that you got that grand opening weight off your shoulders. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. Me too. Tom says, you're not going to do the pre-show from the store, are you? Well, if I do, it will, hopefully you won't even be able to tell, because it would look and sound and feel just like this. I would have this setup at the store. That way I can stay there, you know, putting groups through and still be able to do this with some yeah, that would be kind of neat. That'd be kind of neat. But yes, the answer to that is yes. If I'm booked for Saturday night, at least I can do that. So John says, you have been watching the Chiller Night pre-show of Bryan Hogue. This is Crozak the Grand reminding you to enjoy summer while you can, because Halloween is ready to get it on. Only 73 days to go. Until next Saturday night, stay chilled and keep thrilled. All right, thank you, John and Crozak the Grand. Joe Expo says, what's better, animatronics or live actors? Great show. Live actors. I mean, animatronics are nice, but live actors, that sets the pulse. Right there. You want a good energy, get your live actors. Bonin says, I just wanted to thank everyone for a great time and a wonderful Saturday night. I missed yins, and yins take care. Hope to hear from yins next weekend. Thank you, Bonehead. Same here. SBC says, good night, everyone. Don't forget to check under the bed and in the closet before you turn off the light. Ah, good advice on a chiller night. So it is 9 o'clock. I was about to say my exit from the show, but here, Bonin says, Tom and Glam Fangs, Brian and Ava, thank yous for being happy and fun part of my life. I look forward to hearing from all yous. Thank you, Bonehead. Glam says, it's been fun. Had a great week all. Thank you, everybody, for joining me and each other tonight. So have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We'll see you next week.